Hello YouTube people, in today's video I'm going to show you how this Cadisen with crazy good looking blue dial looks like on these custom straps. This video is sponsored by Cadisen. Cadisen has sent me this watch for the video and I get to keep it. Thank you Cadisen. Technical specifications and measurements which I have done myself. This watch naked of the bracelet weighs 57 grams, diameter of the case is 40 millimeters, lug to lug distance 47.2, lug width is 20, thickness 12.8. This watch has domed mineral crystal with blue anti-reflective coating. Water resistance rating is 100 meters together with a screw down crown and screw down case back, and inside it has Miyota 8000 series movement. Lume on this watch is bright and blue on the hands, but not so much on the indices. Indices are also blue, but they are rather dim, I must say. And you know, I actually tried this watch as my night watch and I was able to tell the time in the morning in complete darkness. So even though it's not bright, but it surprisingly lasted till the morning. So it gets the job done. And oh boy, this thing looks good even in a dim light. Such an awesome looking watch. This watch is available in 3 different colors. There's blue, there is a black version, and silvery whitish color. But in my opinion, blue stands out the most and it looks just crazy good, absolutely wonderful. Let's take a better look up close, and this texture on the dial is actually 3-dimensional. This is not just some cheap print, it's actually 3-dimensional. What it represents, I don't know, it does look a little bit like coral reefs, it looks like leaves, it looks like some kind of blue flowers. I don't know what it is, but that looks beautiful. All I can tell you for sure, it looks really beautiful. The intensity of this blue color is simply incredible, and it fades out so gradually, so nicely into the black towards the edges. And this white chapter ring frames everything so well. Everything looks so cohesive, so nicely proportioned. It's such an eye candy, this thing. It's wonderful. By the way, the chapter ring itself isn't actually white in real life. It has a little bit of a silvery shine to it, silvery grain. I think you aren't gonna see that on the video, just take my word for it. Everything looks really impressive. Now let's play a little bit with the light. Well, probably let's try turning off this background light. And one thing I can tell you is that I have actually reduced the intensity of, you know, of the image a little bit for this watch. The saturation in the picture profile is actually -2 right now, and the shadows are lifted by 1 click. Highlights are reduced by 1 click, you know, so image should technically look a little bit flat, but thanks to this crazy looking dial, everything looks like I have actually oversaturated and everything looks so vibrant. Even though that I have intentionally reduced everything, it still looks so insane. And even, you know, at the very end of the video I'm gonna show you how this watch looks in a daylight without the sun, you know, very moody, very cloudy, it's actually snowing. But this dial still stands out so nicely. I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed. This thing is seriously, in real life, in person, this thing is it's striking. It's striking, and I can't you know finish playing with this thing with different lights and all that. I really want you to see how this thing actually looks like. It's beautiful. This thing is beautiful. And the crystal on this watch is mineral, just a stupid mineral, but as I like saying, this is as good as it gets for a mineral crystal. It's a very nice, very good piece of mineral crystal. Clarity is crazy good, very good clarity on this crystal. I like the shape. It's domed mineral crystal, and the middle portion is basically flat, so it deals with reflections really well, I must say, really well. And the anti-reflective coating is actually blue. If you look at this very intensive point of reflection, you can see that, and in real life it's actually so deep blue that reflection is that sometimes it almost looks purple on this dial, and that creates very nice color contrast, especially on this blue dial. This blue anti-reflective coating looks so good, especially on the perimeter around the dial. When you see this blue shade on top of this black edge of the dial, it's so nice. It's so nice, really nice. So just a mineral, but basically as good as it gets for a mineral, I would say. The size of my wrist is 16.5 centimeters or 6.5 inches, and that's how this watch looks like on my wrist with its original bracelet. Very, very beautiful bracelet. Size-wise, I would say this watch would probably look better on a bigger wrist, but that is just down to personal preferences. All I can tell you is that I have worn this watch yesterday all day long on my small wrist, and I haven't really felt any discomfort because most importantly, this watch is not too long for me. Lug to lug distance 47.2 millimeters is manageable for me, so I don't feel any discomfort. And even though this watch is 12.8 millimeters in thickness, the bigger diameter helps to distribute this thickness, and it doesn't look thick and it doesn't feel top heavy. It's actually sitting nicely on my wrist. So all I can tell you is that comfort wise, if you have a small wrist like I do and you like the image of a bigger watch, you're gonna be fine with this watch. And if you have a bigger wrist, then you have no problems whatsoever. Now, how many links I had to remove to resize bracelet for my wrist is 5. I had to remove these 5 links, and by the way, links are connected with simple pins. Now the bracelet, how is the bracelet? Bracelet from 20 millimeters, it tapers down to 18 millimeters. Solid link, solid, and link solid, half solid clasp. It looks beautiful. It's one of my favorite designs for the bracelet. It's, it's complex, but at the same time very cohesive, very beautiful. I like it. And the fit inside lugs is flush, is nice. I see no excessive gaps, nothing sticking out. The fit is actually very good. And one more thing that I really like about this bracelet, because usually these type of bracelets with this loose link tend to have some uneven gaps right there, or sometimes those links stand out in an unpleasant way, but there are no such problems on this bracelet. Look, when the watch is on my wrist, everything looks really good. The continuation, the fluidity, no uneven gaps, nothing is sticking out. It's actually a very, very beautiful bracelet, I must say. It looks really good. Nothing bad I can tell you about the visuals. Now, about the feel, sharpness is actually a little bit sharper than the average. The middle portion of the clasp is solid metal. That's how it looks like. But the outer shelf is just a folded piece of metal, and I don't like it. It's too small. It could have easily been a little bit longer, accommodating a little bit more adjustment holes. And the problem with this clasp is that you can only use these 2 holes because the first hole, this one, it can't accommodate this bracelet. I tried putting this bracelet on the smallest hole, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't squeeze in close enough, it just doesn't fit. So you can only use these 2 holes, which are already rather close to each other. So no, clasp on this watch is a little bit stupid, to be honest with you. The watch itself is wonderful, the bracelet looks amazing, but the clasp is just, I don't know, some kind of nonsense, to be honest. The case on this watch is rather simple. It's all brushed. There isn't really even much to show you, to be honest. What I like is that the bezel is rather slim, and this mineral crystal sticks out very nicely and effectively. When you look through the side, this watch does not have a rehaut. The dial sits very closely to the crystal, and even though the chapter ring itself is rather slim, yet it's still enough to cover the whole rehaut. So that's very nice that this watch has such a slim bezel. And even though this watch is 12.8 millimeters in thickness, which on paper sounds quite a lot, but visually when this watch has the diameter of 40 millimeters, It actually looks alright, it looks nicely proportioned. You know, for example, on 36mm diameter watch, if it was 12.8, that watch will look like a bubble, you know. But when the watch is 40mm in diameter, then 12.8mm of thickness, it doesn't look bad, you know, it looks fine, it looks nicely proportioned actually. So that's how it looks like all around. The crown has this Cadisen logo. Yeah, all simple, but all fine. And how does the case back look like, if you wanna know? Cadisen water resistance 10 atmospheres, number of the watch model, all stainless steel. Looks like that. Now, speaking about the problems, these bottom edges, yeah, they are a little bit sharp as always, basically. Lug ends, they're a little bit pointy, but I wouldn't call them sharp. But generally speaking, it's actually fine. It's a simple, nice case. The watch is fully wound. Let's check the accuracy in 3 positions. -5. +4 seconds. -3 seconds. Respectable results, I would say. Let's check the quality control. So this watch has a screw down crown. Crown is not big, it's grippy, it feels nice. Nothing really to complain about. The ratio feels fine, it's not too fast, it's okay, it's okay. Now let's check the alignment of hands. By the way, it's hackable, so the second hand is not moving. Let's get it a little bit out of the way first. Okay, that's enough. Now let's check the alignment on 6. Yeah, according to my eyes, alignment seems fine. Now let's check how far from the midnight it is going to flip the date. So 11:30 p.m, 11:45, 11:52. Now let's go slowly. Nice, very nice. Roughly 2 or 1 minute away from the midnight it flips the date. Very respectable result. Now let me show you how this watch looks like on some custom straps, and all of these straps you can find on my website thomaswatchreviews.com. Let's begin with just a simple black leather strap, which is called Crazy Horse leather strap. I think this watch looks great on a black strap because the watch itself is crazy and, you know, very visually active watch, so just a simple black strap works great on this watch in my opinion. Brown leather strap with holes has a nice contrast with this blue dial. It looks beautiful, I think. The dial on this watch is very vibrant, very strong, so that's why I think it actually looks pretty good on a white silicone strap like this. And let's increase the color craziness even more, and let's see how this watch looks like on this orangey yellow silicone strap. The same as the previous except a different color. Very playful though. Very colorful. Doesn't look bad though, definitely doesn't look bad. Dark blue nylon strap. I think it looks nice. It looks nice. I like that the strap is quite a bit darker than the dial itself. It looks visually pleasing, I would say. Shiny gray nylon strap. That's how it looks like on a nylon strap. Rather nice, I think. And a gray silicone strap. This is a bright gray strap, and I think it looks really good on this watch. Dark gray also looks fine, but I chosen this one because on this specific character of the watch I think bright gray strap looks a little bit better. To finalize this video, let's put this watch back on its original bracelet, which in my opinion looks great on this watch. Such a beautiful bracelet on such a beautiful watch. It looks great on many different custom straps as you just saw, but I think it also looks really good on its original bracelet. Now, speaking about the price, I don't really know what to tell you because it's a fresh release, so I don't really know the final actual price for this watch. All I can tell you is that in my opinion, if you could get this watch for less than 100 euros, then I would say it's a really reasonable buy for such a beautiful watch, because the watch is really beautiful, such a gorgeous blue dial. It has actually surprised me quite a bit. It's really intensive and a little bit three-dimensional. It's very captivating. It looks in real life just as good as in the video, believe me. This is insanely good looking dial and beautiful bracelet. So, you know, if you like bigger looking watches, or if you have bigger wrists perhaps, then this watch is actually awesome. That's it. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.